Hi YouTube. Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to follow up from the other video in case anybody's watching. This was in this pot. I was so angry. I'd lost so many good roots. So back to water culture to get more roots. So disappointing. They were totally paper dry. This one, we had to do some hardcore moss. We're going to try to save that leaf. I might be putting a bag over this to seal in some moisture. It's actually pretty wet. This one was in that one. Oh, this one was in this one. And the orchid that was in this, I did the repots on the dendrobiums, put them in moss, potted them up, gave them some more room. I lost 4 root tips, but I didn't lose any on this one, so yay. This one is in, oops, what it was in before. Now this, the newbie, I actually measured the moss that I took out of the inside of this. And when I laid the moss out, it measured 16 inches by 6 inches. That's how much moss was packed in to this. Let's see if we can get some better light over here. Sorry. And most of the moss was pretty dark. It was the green that had turned black. Trying not to hit the ceiling here. There's a lot of white roots on the inside. Someone was saying that those white roots are from lack of sunlight. That's not true. Those white roots are actually dehydration. So just for the fun stuff. But as you can see, I'm just letting it sit there after giving it a good soak in water. It still has some moss to come off. And we'll see what we end up doing with her. I don't have a vessel big enough for her right now. Currently, I'd have to go out shopping. Could be fun. Leaves look really good. The aerial roots have somebody actually has knocked a couple of the tips and broken them. But we managed to get the moss out of there. They had some other beautiful Phalaenopsis that were there that were very big lipped. In fact, I might go back up there and see if they'll let me take a video and not have to buy more orchids, although I have to admit I was pretty tempted, and I don't need any more orchids. I think that's something that we all kind of sit there and go, oh yeah, I don't need any more orchids. The next thing we know, we're coming home with, 2 or 3 of them going, what was I thinking? It just reminds me of a watercoloring artist. Blah. Sorry, my tongue's not working today. Just went through and softly painted the petals on this. It is very lovely. Just beautiful. So this is the condition. These two were pretty bad. on the roots, and I have to take the full blame because I made the decision to put them in the bark. I went through, dumped all the bark, rinsed it, and it is now sitting out on top of a tree that has root issues right now that can actually use the actual sediment that is in that orchid bark. So I'm going to let it kind of have at it and see how it does. Not sure what's going on with that leaf. But I digress. So I'm going to include down in the description box 2 stories that are kind of fun that I was viewing on YouTube. One is about t-shirts, you know, how they're made from the ground up until they get to us. And the other one is about a very famous female entrepreneur that was ripped off, done by Renee Christine, who is a female entrepreneur who is going to tell the story of Heidi Lamar. And she tells it quite well. It's one of those stories that when you hear it, it happened, you know, so long ago. We're talking World War II and prior. But it's actually a very good story. I think you'll like it. So I'm going to link those in the description box below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I thought Renee Christine did a good job on it. Hopefully you will too. So, what have we got there? Let me see. Yeah, we're doing something. Well, that's good. It's always good when they're doing something. Change is a good thing. Yeah, that's something else I wanted to show. I do leave pockets in the moss when I plant it because I'm nosy, so I have to be able to see certain things. This is going to be kind of tricky because it's not clear. So I'm on the hunt for a clear pot that size. Yep, I think I'm definitely going to have to go shopping. So from my orchids to your orchids, I'm hoping your orchids are doing better than these. Tomorrow we're going to deal with oncidiums, the ones that have been neglected during this past year of life happening. And that ought to be an adventure. So, tune in. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you taking time out of your day. And let me know your thoughts. Talk to you soon.